Now, in Good Morning Northwest, a drug suspect and a police officer hurt in a shootout in downtown Spokane. What we've learned about the case and their conditions this morning.
The record heat that we've been seeing continues for this month, but there are going to be some big changes coming our way. We're going to talk about those changes coming up.
And the street project that's messed with the downtown Spokane Drive enters a new phase this morning. What you can expect and when it should wrap up. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Good morning, and thanks so much for starting your week with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, October 17th. Mark here with our first alert forecast. It looks mighty nice today.
Well, I tell you what, it's a clear, cool night. Now, we do have a little haze out there. Temperature sitting at 49 degrees. We were at 50 coming in this morning. It was 53 degrees. So radiational cooling with a clear sky continues. Winds less than 10 miles an hour. This is going to be our sky today. Blue skies looking absolutely beautiful. Sunny and very warm in the fourth things you need to know. Air quality is going to be up and down. It looks like we're going to hang out around the moderate range, though. Changes starting Friday in our weather finally, as we're going to see some weekend showers and cooler temperatures. We'll have more on that coming up. That smoke forecast, yeah, we're going to keep, again, areas of the Cascades and just west of Colville. More smoke than other areas. We're going to hang out again in that moderate range. Mid-70s expected for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. St. Mary's at 77 degrees. Grand Coulee, you're going to be at 80. Bonners Ferry at 73. Here's your day setting up. We're going to have the sunshine. By 11 o'clock, we're going to be around 60 degrees. Look for the afternoon to be in the 70s again. 74 will be our high today.
We are tracking breaking news this morning. Russian forces have struck Ukraine with a flurry of deadly kamikaze drone attacks.
This comes after Moscow launched a flood of fatal missile strikes just last week, targeting the Ukrainian electrical grid. Sydney Charles is live at the Now Desk with details coming in this morning.
That's right, Derek. Well, we've uncovered new information since our last report. A total of 3 people have been killed from these drone attacks, and a 6-month pregnant woman was among one of those people killed. That's according to the mayor of Kyiv. What else do we know? 19 people have been rescued so far, and the Ukrainian Defense Ministry said it destroyed 37 Iranian-made kamikaze drones overnight Sunday and this morning. And according to Ukraine's president, more are coming. He says that Russia has ordered 2,400 kamikaze drones from Iran. Take a look at this video. Ukraine authorities show a fragment of a drone etched with the word for Belgorod, a Russian city. Search and rescue operations are ongoing in the Ukrainian capital as emergency services work to retrieve people from underneath the rubble. Right now, Iran has refuted the claims made by Ukraine's president that it is supplying weapons to Russia for Moscow's war on Ukraine. And this is a tweet from a top Ukrainian official. He says the world's response to these crimes must be clear: more support for Ukraine and more sanctions against the aggressor. Along with the tweet, there is also a video attached showing the damage and people running in panic during these attacks. The Biden administration now saying that it will factor in Russia's use of these deadly drones in its future decision-making and planning as it pertains to helping Ukraine. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thank you. We're following breaking news out of Soap Lake this morning. The Grant County Sheriff's Office now says a suspect is in custody for a shooting that injured another person. We got word from the Grant County Sheriff's Office just before 3 a.m. that Highway 17 in Soap Lake was shut down from 1st Avenue to 6th Avenue for this investigation. They tell us one person was hit by gunfire and transported to a hospital by ambulance. There is no word on that person's condition this morning. The suspect was arrested a short time later. We'll let you know if there are any further updates.
The Spokane Police Department says a man exchanged gunfire with police officers. That man was taken to the hospital and underwent surgery. We do not know his condition at this hour. The shooting happened between Cedar Street and 1st Avenue in downtown around 11 o'clock yesterday morning. Spokane police officials say officers were doing a joint investigation with the Drug Enforcement Administration when they barricaded that man's car. SPDC, the man says that the man was armed when he got out of his car.
He emerged from the vehicle with a handgun and began firing at officers. Multiple officers and the subject exchanged gunfire.
One officer was injured with a wound to the head. He was treated at the hospital and released. SPD says he's expected to make a full recovery. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is the lead agency for this investigation, and the Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team, or SEER, is reviewing it.
A man arrested for stabbing and killing a man in Spokane Valley will make his first court appearance today. 21-year-old Aaron McAteer will have a pre-trial hearing today on second-degree murder charges and unrelated arrest warrants. Investigators learned McAteer is related to the victim. Police say the two men were fighting in a neighborhood near Boone and Dorn Court. One man stabbed the other and then took off. The victim died at the hospital.
Trying to figure out what the relationship is between the suspect and the victim, what led up to this, how they know each other, all the things that are going to help us in our investigation.
And that pretrial hearing is scheduled for 9 o'clock this morning.
New on Good Morning Northwest, the three-phase Riverside construction project that started in June will begin its final phase this morning. That means Riverside Avenue from Stevens west to Wall Street will close today. The project began in June and has closed parts of Riverside for road work ever since. City of Spokane Communications Manager Kirsten Davis says when all is said and done, Riverside will look completely different.
We are changing the lane structure. We're adding a bike lane. The parking will actually be between the bike lane and the travel lane, which is something our community hasn't experienced before.
And she says she expects all construction projects to finish when the snow flies, which she says translates to around the end of November. If that happens, it would mean the project finishes more or less on schedule. At 6 minutes after 6, when the snow flies.
Yeah, right. We're talking about it. Mark has mentioned snow in the mountains a couple times already this morning.
Yeah, we do have that opportunity for some snow into the higher elevations coming up this weekend. Look at the sunset. 5:58. Goodness. 74 yesterday, and we're going to be right there again today. Your full forecast coming up.
It's being called a game changer for people with mild to moderate hearing loss. Why today marks a huge breakthrough.
And we're live this morning at the historic Campbell House talking about their Dark History Tour happening this Thursday. It's for history buffs and people who are just curious to find out the dark details behind the house.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Southside Community Center's annual Health and Wellness Fair.
Have you had your furnace checked out this year? Now's the time to get our best deal. We have certified technicians available this week to get a safety tune-up for only $99.
324-7884 Spokane Comfort Systems.
It's time. Time to set your eyes free. Free from limitations in your vision. Free from glasses and contacts. Free to see your best and be your best. It's time to smile. Smile is state-of-the-art laser vision correction, or LVC for short. Smile is easy on the eyes. It's bladeless, flapless, and effortless.
Contact Empire Eye Physicians today to learn more about Smile, the new alternative to LASIK.
Meet your local essential workers.
What I like about the UFCW 3000 is for the benefits that make our lives better.
They make sure that we have secured pension and retirement.
I can work part-time and still maintain my health care coverage.
I don't see myself going anywhere else because of UFCW 3000 benefits and wages.
Thanks, UFCW 3000.
Support local essential workers who live in and support our community. Go to ufcw3000.org to learn more.
At 23, I quit my nursing job to care for my wounded husband, student loans and all. We are living proof that the American dream is about hand-ups, not handouts. That's why I think it's insane that Joe Biden and Patty Murray are sending a stadium full of new IRS agents to force families making less than $75,000 to pay for someone else's law degree. It's division wrapped in intimidation, and I will stop them. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
Are you afraid your furnace won't last much longer? Does it make weird noises? Don't wait. We have certified technicians available this week for our $99 safety tune-up special.
324-7884 Spokane Comfort Systems.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. For the first time ever, adults in the U.S. will be able to buy over-the-counter hearing aids.
This is a big deal. According to the FDA, lower-priced hearing aids will be available for those with mild to moderate hearing loss. The high cost of traditional hearing aids has long been a barrier for people with hearing problems, typically costing about $2,000 per ear. According to the National Institute on Deafness, tens of millions of people have hearing loss, but just 16% of them use hearing aids. Experts are calling it a game changer.
Severe weather over the past 2 days has led to thousands more evacuations in the Nakia Creek fire near the Oregon border. The fire began on October 9th on Larch Mountain, northeast of Camas in Clark County. But according to the Department of Natural Resources, grew more than 1,800 acres yesterday. That fire is currently just 5% contained.
10-second takeaway on a Monday morning. Man, yeah, cool start. We're sitting at 49 degrees. And we are going to warm up and throw some layers on. You won't need them this afternoon. Our high today is a much above average 74 degrees.
Yellowstone National Park was able to reopen its northeast entrance over the weekend.
A large portion of the park was closed 4 months ago after devastating flooding in June. High water cut off one of the park's main arteries and isolated the small towns along the northern gateway. The small towns of Cook City and Silver Gate, Montana were partially cut off due to the closure. The flood swept away sections of the former North Entrance Road. To reopen access, the Park Service chose to pave and expand Old Gardner Road to reconnect the park to Gardner, Montana. Effective Saturday, the National Park Service says 99% of the park's roads are now operational.
Yeah, you probably remember seeing that video of the flooding, months ago. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:12.
Much of the country is starting off well below normal for the week with freezing temperatures, but not us. We're talking a record warmth for part of the week. Mark's forecast is coming up.
And just in time for Halloween, the Campbell House Dark History Tour at the MAC. Destiny Richards is live there next, poking around.
I seem to be having a problem with my heat. It seems to be making this sound.
Oh, no worries. We can certainly take care of that for you. At Mainstream Heating and Cooling, we speak your language.
A lot of politicians like to talk big, but where's the action? Al French is a leader we can trust, and Al's results speak for themselves. Al has won funding for our roads to keep goods moving. As costs skyrocket, Al has pledged no county property tax increase. His opponent wants to give criminals a get-out-of-jail-free card, while Al dedicated more funding to the Sheriff's Department to keep families safe.
I'm Al French. I'm asking for your vote so I can keep getting results for you.
If you're looking to remodel your home with some new stylish flooring or maybe some modern wallscape ideas, then you need to visit one of Windsor Plywood's 2 locations for the best selection of doors, floors, moldings, and more.
Windsor Plywood.
Is your home ready to make warm memories this holiday season? Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. From Roman shades and screens to draperies and shutters, Factory Rep Blinds has every type of window treatment from all the major brands. Not only do they install at no extra charge, but they'll bring samples to you. Call for your free consultation at 509-327-9637. That's 509-327-9637. Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. We do the work. You enjoy the results.
So, you like winning? Maybe it's time you paid a visit to the Kootenai River Casino in Bonners Ferry. Talk about winning. How about great gaming and off-season room rates? How about $109 a night for Kootenai Falls Lodge rooms and $129 a night for Riverview rooms? And what if those midweek rooms come with free breakfast for 2? Throw in some great new gaming machines and you've got a winner of a getaway. To book your winning getaway, call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
Hi, Kylie here with Dad at Parker Toyota. We know finding time during the busy week to schedule your service maintenance can be difficult. That's why we've expanded our hours. We're now open Sundays.
Schedule your oil change, brakes, and other maintenance needs at your convenience online, parkertoyota.com. Our highly trained technicians can get you in and out with our express service.
Experience the no-problem sales and service 7 days a week at Parker Toyota in Coeur d'Alene.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
The Campbell House in Browns Addition is a piece of Spokane history dating back to the early 1900s.
Yeah, the stories surrounding the mining family who lived there make it one of the many great places in town to get in the spooky spirit of the season. Destiny Richards is live at the Campbell House talking about the Dark History Tour.
Yeah, so this Thursday, the Campbell House is having their last Dark History Tour from 6 to 7:30, actually. They're extending it a little bit so people can learn more about the details that you might not learn on a regular tour. And we're here with Freya, who's the Curator of History at the MAC. For those just joining us this morning, just kind of tell us a little bit about what people can expect on this tour.
Well, dark history doesn't necessarily mean scary, but we are going to be answering some questions that people frequently ask, but might be a little afraid to ask our regular docents. So we'll learn about families' funerals and mourning, and just different aspects of the family that might be a little darker.
Yeah, and you were saying that, or you talked to us a little bit earlier about people can ask if anyone died here, and they can ask what else?
Oh, well, we frequently have folks who ask us, did anyone die in the house, and are there any ghosts? And I always tell them I can only answer one of those for you. And there were family members that passed here in the house, and we'll go over some of the history behind that and what makes that interesting for the Campbell's time.
Right. Whether or not you have a paranormal experience here, that is left up to you. But the Campbells, they were just a regular mining family here in Spokane.
Well, regular as far as multimillionaires from the era go, yes. but that was the neighborhood here in Browns Addition.
Okay, yeah, and obviously this is their house. We are upstairs right now, but there's really so many different rooms to walk around and see. I can say myself that it really isn't entirely spooky, but it is if you find a room where the lights are off and you're like, oh gosh, what's in there? But for the most part, it's a really cool house to see. Coming up later, we'll talk a little bit about some of the things happening during the tour, like some tea leaf readings that might be happening. That's all coming up later this hour. I'll send it back to you guys.
It's such a cool piece of history.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
The tour, it's amazing. Here is a live look over downtown Spokane this morning. Of course, sun doesn't rise for quite some time now.
Yep, and it's going to go down awfully soon, too. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, 5:58 is our sunset tonight, and the sun will rise after 7 o'clock. So days are getting shorter, but they're not getting colder.
No, not yet.
That's going to change. Let's take a look at the calendar, all right? This is October. We have not had a day that has been at 70 or less than 70 degrees. In fact, on the 3rd and 4th of October, we were at 80 degrees. Over the weekend, 73 Friday. We've been twin 74s for Saturday and Sunday. So we hit today at 70, and that ties a record of 17 days in October that are 70 or better. Oh, and we're going to beat that record. So today, when it comes to our air quality, we're hanging out in moderate, just in the moderate range. We've been there for quite a while. We have not had a lot of air moving in or out, and that's going to change for this weekend. But for today, tomorrow, even into Wednesday, a pretty stable air mass. So 74 today. Tonight, temperatures down to 43. We'll have 30s all over the place, but mainly to the north. We're sitting at 49 right now. Winds relatively light, less than 10 miles an hour. There's no fog in the air. 44 under a clear sky into Coeur d'Alene, so definitely some cooler temperatures exist. 32 into Deer Park. We've got temperatures in the low 30s into Colville, 9 Mile at 35, and then in the Valley, you've got 42 degrees. So yeah, there's a chill in the air, no doubt. But we are going to warm up. Things look pretty good. We have high pressure that dominates the Pacific Northwest. A lot of things happening out in the Pacific, but so far our high pressure has blocked it and said, no, you stay on the west side. Don't come here. But that high pressure is going to erode by the end of the week, and it's going to allow for some changes to come our way, certainly out of the northwest, which is going to be a colder air mass and a wetter air mass as well. Today, we're going to be in the mid-70s. Going to be absolutely beautiful. The planning forecast, 73 on Tuesday, Wednesday 71, everything above average, and we could see, again, that extension of temperatures at 70 or better all the way through Wednesday, potentially into Thursday. But then over the weekend, temperatures in the low to mid-50s with a chance of rain showers Finally. 6:20, time now for our pet of the week.
This good-looking boy's name is Zeus. He is a 2-year-old German Shepherd. Zeus, his brother, and father were all surrendered at another shelter. Kootenai Humane Society rescued all 3 of them, and they are now available for adoption. Zeus is very friendly, house-trained, likes to gently play, and knows some basic commands. He is a very handsome lad and would make a great, but big, addition to your family. If you are interested in meeting Zeus, just visit our website at kootenaihumane.org to schedule an appointment. Just want to browse? Stop by on Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons to see if your next best friend is waiting for you.
We all are big fans of Zeus.
Pretty good looking little guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. It's now coming up on 6:21. Don't look now, but the Seahawks are tied for first place in the division.
And they may have found a new star in rookie running back Kenneth Walker. Highlights from the Seahawks win over the Cardinals after the break. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Monday morning. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
When the weather outside is frightful, your home or office can be delightful. American craftsmanship is getting harder to find and even harder to experience, but not with Vermont Casting. Stoves and inserts are hand-built with you in mind. No detail is too small. The result? Timeless furniture, quality beauty that delivers efficient heat to your home. Vermont Castings, handcrafted to set your living space apart in style and in comfort. Visit our showroom for gas, wood, and pellet stoves. Andy's Heating and Cooling, since '72, thanks to you.
Are you a U.S. citizen? Are you 18 or older? Have you lived in Washington state for at least 30 days? If so, you are likely eligible to vote in Washington. Voter pamphlets and ballots are available in multiple languages. Your vote is your voice, and your voice matters. Make a plan to vote. Learn more about eligibility at sos.wa.gov and get registered today at votewa.gov.
Experience the coolest new adventure with your family and all your Disney friends at Disney on Ice Road Trip Adventures. Playing Spokane Arena October 21st through 23rd. On sale now. For event details, visit DisneyOnIce.com.
This is one of your major investments. At Car Wash Plaza, we'll help you maintain the value. Rust, grime, and street chemicals are constantly attacking your vehicle. That's why we deliver a premium touchless wash.
I can't afford a new car. I'm taking care of this one.
Our state-of-the-art touchless system thoroughly cleans the exterior and the undercarriage.
It's the best in the Northwest. Find a location near you at carwashplaza.com.
My dad was a World War II veteran. The promise we make to veterans to care for them when they return home is personal to me. I've brought senators from both parties together to increase benefits, help more veterans find homes and good jobs, and hold the VA accountable to give veterans the excellent care they deserve. I'm Patty Murray, and I approve this message because I'll never stop standing up for Washington's veterans.
The Vanessa Behan Center, a lifeline for families. But what if it wasn't?
What would Spokane look like without Vanessa Behan? I've never been asked that question. It makes me tear up, honestly.
What's at stake? Watch Tuesday only on 4 News Now at 6.
It is now 6:23. The Seahawks suddenly find themselves in a 3-way tie for first place in the NFC West following a big win at home over the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, rookie running back Kenneth Walker may one day be a star, but before the game, the Seahawks honored former running back Shaun Alexander, introducing him to the team's Ring of Honor. Welcome back, 3-7. Late in the third quarter, Michael Dixon fumbles a snap, and Chris Banjo recovers in the end zone for the first touchdown of the game, helping Arizona back within 3 at 12-9. But early in the fourth, it's Walker, who we learned is nicknamed K9, I like it, bouncing it outside for an 11-yard touchdown. He finished with 97 yards on 21 carries in his first start in place of the injured Rashad Penny. And another rookie would close the door on the Cardinals late in the game. Tariq Woolen picks off Kyler Murray. That's 4 straight games with an interception for the rookie from Texas San Antonio. And the Seahawks win it 19-9, improving to 3-3 on the season and pulling into that 3-way tie with the Rams and 49ers. Seattle will visit the Chargers next week.
We have some more information from the Bloomsday office following the resignation of race director John Neal and 2 board members. The former Bloomsday board director wrote about what he called toxic leadership within the organization. We sat down with a former board member who talked about the high turnover rate at Bloomsday in the past 18 months. Gary Markham dedicated 18 years to being a Bloomsday board member. He called recent leadership at Bloomsday dysfunctional, specifically calling out board president Dory Whitford. He says in all the years he's worked with Neal, there was nothing that warranted his removal from office and would challenge any board member to show evidence to the contrary.
We've been profitable the last 3 years. We came through a pandemic. Everything seemed to be moving in the right direction. It's just disappointing to me that it came down to personal issues, because that's what I believe it is. I would challenge anyone still on that board to here's what John did that was egregious and worthy, made it necessary to let him go.
We reached out to Dory Whitford to see if she had a response to these claims. We have yet to hear back.
All right, probably not the last we've heard of this. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:26.
And as we head to a commercial break, here's what's coming up this morning on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, holiday shopping alert. As the holiday shopping season ramps up, buyers beware. Some major retailers are adjusting their shipping return policies, making free returns a thing of the past.
Free returns are going away because the cost of returns is becoming so astronomical for retailers. As we are seeing the attrition of labor and we are seeing prices go up, retailers have no choice but to also save their own skins, really, to tack on extra fees so that they're able to manage the returns.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert tips you need to know to still make those returns without losing any extra money. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Save, save, save your green at Jennifer's Auto Sales and Service.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
It was a Saturday. Chris was a good dad. His water practices, not so much. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
You realize these have filters?
Chris, pour it out.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
When your water's right, so is your world.
I wrote that. With more and more people working from home and not being active or moving as much as they used to, it's now more important than ever to break the habit and get back to the gym for a healthier, better you.
Working out should be a daily routine, and Move Fitness wants to help you create new habits by keeping you motivated with our friendly, award-winning staff. And you can get it all for around $1 a day. So what are you waiting for? Join the movement.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
All right, the 4 News Now Story Tracker, taking a look at the stories people are reading about online this morning.
In Hour 4 of the People coverage, the eyes of the nation are on the state of Georgia as the November midterm election approaches. Republican Governor Brian Kemp will debate Democrat Stacey Abrams tonight as Abrams once again tries for the seat she narrowly lost in 2018. Another Georgia debate happened without a key candidate. Senatorial candidate Herschel Walker opting out, although his campaign says he never agreed to attend. We'll have a closer look at the key local race coming up in about 8 minutes.
All right, devastating news for crab fishermen along the Bristol Bay and Bering Sea regions of Alaska. The State Department of Fish and Game is suspending both the king crab season and the snow crab season, saying it's the only way to build up dwindling stocks. 7 billion snow crabs have disappeared from the waters of Alaska in recent years, with the State Department citing overfishing. But a lab director for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Fisheries says human-caused climate change is also to blame.
So we won't even be talking about crab prices if you want to get them somewhere. Ooh, that must be something. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Monday, October the 17th. Mark Peterson here with your First Alert forecast. All right, enjoy these first few days of the week while you can.
Yeah, that's right. Enjoy your Monday. It's going to get cool by the end of the week. 44 currently into Coeur d'Alene. We're sitting at 49 degrees with a clear sky. The 4 things you need to know as we get going on this week is that it's going to be sunny and very warm. Your air quality up and down right now sitting just into moderate. Changes starting Friday with the good potential of weekend showers. Our highs there are going to be in the mid-70s, 71 into Sandpoint, 76 into Pullman. We'll be at 74. Throughout the day, we're going to warm up nicely with sunshine all the way up with temperatures into the 70s throughout much of the afternoon.
Well, a suspected serial killer in the California city of Stockton should go before a judge tomorrow.
He was arrested Saturday, and police believe he was hunting for his next victim when he was caught. Sydney Charles is live at the Now Desk tracking the latest developments.
That's right, Robin. On a mission to kill. Those were words used by the Stockton police chief to describe 43-year-old Wesley Brownlee. Police in Stockton say they are sure they stopped another killing while he was, quote, out hunting for his next victim. Stockton police say Brownlee is responsible for a series of deadly shootings in Northern California. All of the victims were alone at the time they were fatally shot, and the killings all happened at night or in the early morning hours. The victims were also all men between the ages of 21 to 54. And how did he get caught? Well, the Stockton Police Department released a person of interest report, and after tips from the community quickly poured in, police reviewed the hundreds of tips, then zeroed in on a possible suspect.
We will use every resource at our disposal to make sure the people of our city are protected and feel safe, and that no parent has to worry about taking their kids to a park.
Police Chief Stanley McFadden called the arrest, quote, good old-fashioned police work. The case is now at the district attorney's office. Prosecutors will have to prove that Brownlee shot at least 7 people, killing 6 men, injuring a woman, and terrorizing a community. The suspect will be arraigned tomorrow, where officials are expected to announce additional charges. Officials are saying this continues to be an ongoing and fluid investigation. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thank you. A Gonzaga student is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after apparently shooting himself early Saturday morning. In an email sent by Gonzaga's president, Thane McCullough, the student suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his on-campus apartment. Several people were present. A statement released by the university says, in part, based on the information currently available, there is no ongoing threat to members of the community related to this terrible situation. The student was transported to a local hospital with life-threatening injuries. Our deepest concerns and prayers are with the injured student, family, friends, and those present when this incident occurred. Counseling and other support services are being provided for anyone impacted. Gonzaga is cooperating with and supporting the Spokane Police Department in this active investigation. You can find our full story on KXLY.com.
All right, some more breaking news this morning. We are just learning about a fatal motorcycle crash that happened yesterday afternoon near Kettle Falls, according to Washington State Patrol. A woman with 2 young children in the car pulled out of a driveway off of southbound 395 just after 2 o'clock and quickly merged onto the highway. The motorcycle, driven by 59-year-old John Wilson of Colville, was following too closely and ran into the rear end of the car. Wilson was taken to the hospital where he later died. No charges are being filed in this case. All right, good morning Northwest time is just about 6:35 now.
And Mark is here talking about what you can expect to start your Monday.
Sunshine, plenty of it. Temperatures nearing 70 at noon, and then it's going to be 70 throughout the afternoon with a high 74. but things are going to be changing. We're going to talk about those changes. Those are coming up.
And we're following many important races, including Spokane County Prosecutor. Hear from both candidates and how they plan to tackle crime and accountability.
And why Sweet Frosting says a wave of downtown crime is causing them to lose employees. That's when Good Morning Northwest continues.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in-floor covering for your home or business. Let Fairway Floor's professional design staff help choose your favorite floor from major brands such as Shaw, Mohawk, Mannington, and Armstrong. From remodels to new construction, let Fairway Floor help you dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store. Come in and see it for yourself.
For over 60 years, McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows has been supplying the entire region with the very best energy-efficient windows made by the Coeur d'Alene Window Company. As people continue to improve and upgrade their older homes, McVeigh Brothers would love to help by offering our most advanced R4 window package at last year's rates to give you the most energy-efficient windows sold today before the prices go up. We understand people are spending more time in their homes, so we want to do our part in making it as comfortable as possible.
Hi, I'm Maggie Yates, and I'm running for Spokane County Commissioner because we need fresh leadership and real collaboration to create a brighter future for all. Together, we will invest in quality, affordable childcare, hold developers accountable for the damage they leave behind for taxpayers, and tackle the burden of rising property taxes on our seniors and families living on fixed incomes. Join us. Together, we will build a safe and vibrant Spokane County.
He'll be safe in there.
Help keep what's important to you safe with Chevy Safety Assist, standard on these Chevy SUVs. Find new safe places, find new roads.
Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing or get $1,200 cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
911, what's your emergency?
I smell something delicious and I don't know what it is.
Ma'am? We traced the smell, and it's coming from inside your oven.
Ah, amazing! Papa Murphy's.
It's 6:38 in our For the People election coverage. One of the big political races that we've been telling you about is the Spokane County Prosecutor race. Whoever is elected will shape how the county fights crime and holds people accountable. 2 candidates are trying to earn your vote. Esther Bauer introduces us to who is running and their vision for the position.
Larry Haskell is the current county prosecutor, elected in 2014. He says being tough on crime is key to safety.
The fact is that the soft on crime, the more gentle approach, the alternatives, and we use those here, but to the extent that my opponent is advocating, those jurisdictions are doing very poorly. Look at King County, look at Seattle.
His opponent, Deb Conklin, says what he's suggesting isn't working because crime rates are still rising.
If we want to stop the revolving door, if we want to reduce crime, if we want to have safer neighborhoods, we have to address the root causes of crime. That means we have to be more interested in using the drug court, the veterans court, the mental health court.
Haskell blames a lot of the issues on Olympia, saying if reelected, he would lobby for more power to be put back in the hands of law enforcement and will take a stronger stance on drugs.
I'm going to try to lobby the legislature to put mandatory treatment in, regardless of whether they make it a misdemeanor or whether they make it a felony.
Conklin says she would try and help the capacity issue at the county jail by using pre-trial release programs and monitoring people from home.
We have ways to keep the community safe and also reduce the jail population and help people.
Conklin says the office has lost the trust of the people.
The reason I'm running in this race is because it is critically important that the people of Spokane County have faith in their prosecuting attorney.
Numerous media outlets reported on racist comments Haskell's wife made in the past, something he still says doesn't influence his ability to be fair.
I apologize for those comments, but they're not the policy of the office. They're not my policy, and they never will be my policy.
This current pastor wants to unseat the current prosecutor. Both say they are ready for the role and prepared to lead the largest law firm in Eastern Washington. Esther Bauer, 4 News Now.
As a reminder, you can submit questions and concerns about the midterm election and find our full voter guide on KXLY.com/forthepeople.
And I don't know about you guys, but sorry. Good morning. Hey, 6:40, and we're trying to keep you on time. Cool start, light layers needed. I mean, it's a little chilly out there. Wind's going to be light, though. That's going to be nice. It's going to be sunny. Grab your shades. 74 the high today.
Shattered glass and belongings scattered. This is what employees at Sweet Frostings have found too many times after finishing up at work. Sweet Frostings says it is struggling to keep employees because its parking lot is a hotspot for crime.
And now, on top of paying to use the parking lot, they're trying to help repair employees' windows that have been smashed. The bake shop says it's dealt with crime as long as they've been in business downtown, but says in the past few weeks it's gotten way worse. They've tried to set up security cameras, but can't because they don't own that parking lot. If you walk into their store, you will see a tip jar. They're trying to raise $3,000 to pay for those damages.
Parking in Diamond parking lots, which is everything that we have available to us. So if we had another place to park, we would. But we probably, as a company, as a whole, pay probably upwards of $2,000 a month or more to park in these private parking lots that give us absolutely no protection.
And Diamond Parking Lot owns the building that Sweet Frostings employees use. 4 News Now has reached out to Diamond for a comment and has not heard back.
All right, Good Morning Northwest time is just about 6:42 now.
Well, we are less than a month away from the midterm elections, and we've been talking about that for you. We'll be continuing to follow it.
And we're live at the Campbell House talking about their last Dark History tour of the year happening this Thursday. Coming up, a sneak peek of what you can expect when you walk the halls of the house.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Danzas de Vida, Dancing with Life, Mexican Mask Exhibition at the MAC. See a selection of over 50 traditional and contemporary dance masks with dance regalia and videos of the artists, dancers, and performances going on now.
Since 1945, Sturm Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving Spokane and surrounding communities. A lot has changed since 1945, but one thing that hasn't is our mission to nurture long-term relationships with our customers by offering quality products, flat rate pricing, and industry-leading workmanship. And with our 24/7 service, we will get to you anytime, anywhere. Call for a quote today and see for yourself why Sturm is Spokane's first choice for heating and cooling. Or visit sturmheating.com.
It's Karastan month at Great Floors. Bring sophisticated style into your home with Karastan carpet, Luxcraft luxury vinyl, and Bellux hardwood flooring. Great Floors is celebrating with 50% off installation on all Karastan carpet purchases in October. Come home to the flooring you want with 12-month financing and incredible in-store specials. Visit a showroom today and live beautifully on Great Floors.
This is another one of those surprise medical bills you get in the mail. I've gotten them. You've gotten them. I'm Kathy McMorris Rogers. With inflation crushing our families, we need to put a stop to these. I support requiring hospitals, insurers, and doctors to disclose their prices so you can know the real cost and can shop around for the best care. I approve this message because no one likes surprises, especially this kind.
Get durable fire and theft protection for your home with American Security's UL burglary rated and ETL certified fire rated BFS Safe Series. ESL 10, our highest grade consumer electronic lock. Confidently store all your valuables with the most trusted name in the business, providing peace of mind by protecting people's most valuable possessions.
Available at Safe and Vault store in the Spokane Valley.
Danzas de Vida, Dancing with Life, Mexican Mask Exhibition at the MAC. See a selection of over 50 traditional and contemporary dance masks with dance regalia and videos of the artists, dancers, and performances going on now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
It is now 6:45. This Thursday, you can take a tour of one of Spokane's oldest treasures, the Campbell House.
But it's not just any tour. It's a dark history tour that gives guests a look at the strange and unconventional stories surrounding this old house. Desi Richards is live at the Campbell House with some of the tales you can hear at the door.
So when you're on a normal tour at the Campbell House, there's so much history, so much beauty here. For example, the formal dining room that the Campbell family would sit at. But when you're here on a dark history tour, it definitely feels a little bit different. The creaky floorboards throughout the house, the dark paneling here. And if you just turn the corners, you never know what you'll find. For example, there is a servants' dining room back here that just has a different vibe to it, and that's where we'll find Freya Leggett. Tell us a little bit about what'll be happening here during the Dark History Tour.
Well, we'll have a special guest with us this Thursday. She is one of our living history actors, Rebecca Cook. She normally plays Huldah. She's going to be joining us to do a demonstration of tea leaf reading from the Campbell's era. So I mentioned spiritualism earlier. Campbells themselves were Presbyterians, but there were a lot of spiritualist mediums working in the Pacific Northwest in that day. In fact, there were schools for becoming a medium here in Spokane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And I know this is the first year that you guys have been doing the Dark History Tours. I feel like closer to Halloween is really exciting. Tell us about what to expect next year in case people miss it this year.
Okay, well, we'll bring back some aspects of this year. We talked mostly about death and mourning and just different practices surrounding that this year. You'll see all of our docents wearing black for that reason. So, you know, that'll come back next year. But we're going to be looking into kind of the secrets of society next year. So that includes secret societies. Amasa Campbell was a Mason. And things like prohibition and just getting to understand how that works within the scope of the house.
All right, nice. Well, you can buy your tickets for this Thursday's Dark History Tour. Just go to the MAC this Thursday for Thursday Night Live, and that's where you can get them. Members of the museum get in free. You can go to our website, kxly.com, for details on the tour. I'll send it back to you guys.
Well, I bet it would be awesome.
Yeah.
So fun.
All right, we are taking a look at, well, some sunlight trying to creep up on us here. We're still a few minutes away, and this week we've got some changes coming.
We sure do. Starting off really, really well, but we also have that smoke in the air.
Yeah, just so that's the same thing we were dealing with all last week and the week before. That smoke in the air, high pressure, and temperatures that were much warmer than average. So we're in the moderate as we start our day today, and we'll probably hang out there for the day. Here is our forecast as we get into temperatures again into the mid-70s, officially 74 degrees. Sunny conditions, maybe a few high thin clouds. That's going to be about it. 43 for the overnight low. We have temperatures into the 30s and around freezing when you look at areas, say, I don't know, Deer Park. They're at 32 degrees, 9 Mile at 36. Go over into North Idaho, and it's warmer with temperatures into the mid-40s. Coeur d'Alene, you're sitting at 42 degrees this morning. So again, on the cool side, no doubt. We look at what's going on with the satellite and radar. Radar picking up energy that is now moving into areas of British Columbia, but what could also come into areas of, say, Seattle with some rain. And we'll show you why that's going to be so important in just a moment. For our forecast today, we are going to see high pressure dominating. We're going to expect that high pressure to keep everything sort of at bay. A few scattered showers expected maybe into Seattle, but it looks like even in Wednesday, mostly dry. All right, so here's the rain since July 1st. We've had 8,700s. On average, we'd have an inch more than that. Death Valley has had 1 3/4 inches of rain. Their average is usually about 6,300, so well above average. Seattle, with almost half an inch, their average by this time would be almost 4 inches of rain. So we've been extremely dry. We're going to see some changes coming in. Maybe a shower into Seattle, no help, but this weekend certainly more. 76 into the valley, 75 downtown for our highs today. That planning forecast has rain in it, but we got to get through these 70s all the way through Wednesday. It's going to be sunny and gorgeous. 69 on Thursday, Friday 65 cloudy, Friday night into Saturday, rain coming in, showers through Saturday, and then Sunday 53. Sunday morning, the overnight low at 37. With showers, we could see some mountain snow showers. Not looking for a big winter event, but enough to go, oh, hi, there you are. We've been missing you. So, yeah, we are going to see some changes, but much needed when it comes to the rain.
For sure, for sure. And we've, you know.
We've been so spoiled.
Right,
so great.
That's just it.
I know. Well, Mark, thanks. It is now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
All right, thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Monday morning. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Get ready to vote with 4 News Now for the People coverage. What do you want to know about this year's ballot? Send your questions to KXLY.com. We'll get answers now until Election Day. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Listen up. Everything we've worked for has led to this moment. Training is over. It's time to be efficient, like the Kubota Grand L Series. It is time to grind, like the Kubota LX Series, which is packed with extras. It's time to be tough, like the rugged BX Series. So let's get out there and plow, fight, and win.
Enjoy the natural beauty of Coeur d'Alene with our fall stay and cruise package. Book your stay today at cdaresort.com.
Is one casino really any better than the next? Well, at Northern Quest, we've got the largest gaming floor in the region, not to mention the most slot titles, the most payouts, the largest selection of table games, the lowest minimum bets, the highest maximum bets, and a state-of-the-art sports book. So you tell us. Northern Quest, yes, the best. Play daily to carve out your share of Jack-o'-lantern loot on October 27th.
Tiffany Smiley celebrated the overturning of Roe versus Wade. There's no way I can trust her to protect us.
Tiffany Smiley would tip control of the Senate to Mitch McConnell.
That is a disaster.
She could give Mitch McConnell the power to rig the courts with more anti-choice judges.
And pass a complete nationwide abortion ban. This is serious stuff.
And Tiffany Smiley still supports Donald Trump.
No way. No way.
No way we can trust Tiffany Smiley.
Women voters responsible for the content of this advertising.
If you're looking to remodel your home with some new stylish flooring or maybe some modern wallscape ideas, then you need to visit one of Windsor Plywood's 2 locations for the best selection of doors, floors, moldings, and more.
Windsor Plywood.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your work week with the morning sprint.
Destiny Richards live at the Campbell House to tell us about this week's Dark History Tour.
Mark has news of a warm start to the work week, then a big change.
But first, Russia has launched a series of deadly drone attacks on Ukraine this morning. Let's get to Sydney Charles now with the latest.
Killed from these drone attacks. That's up from 3 earlier today. A 6-month pregnant woman was among one of the people killed. That's according to the mayor of Kyiv. 19 people have been rescued so far. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry said it destroyed 37 Iranian-made kamikaze drones overnight Sunday and this morning. And Ukraine's president says that Russia has ordered 2,400 kamikaze drones from Iran. Coverage on the drone attacks will continue on Good Morning America.
In our first alert weather, another gorgeous day, starting off on the cool side, but then getting to record heat, 74 degrees. Now, the current record is 75, set back in 2015, so we're going to be really close to that. The smoke forecast, a continuation of moderate air quality into the Spokane area, but the northern Cascades just getting hammered and just west of Colville potentially. And then we're going to see temperatures today, sunny and 74.
We're following breaking news out of Soap Lake this morning. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the suspect is now in custody for a shooting that injured another person. We got word from the Grant County Sheriff's Office just before 3 a.m. that Highway 17 in Soap Lake had been shut down from 1st Avenue to 6th Avenue for this investigation. They tell us one person was hit by gunfire and was taken to a hospital. The suspect was arrested a short time later.
The Spokane Police Department says a man exchanged gunfire with police officers. That man was taken to the hospital and underwent surgery. We do not know his condition this morning. This shooting happened between Cedar Street and 1st Avenue in downtown Spokane around 11 yesterday morning. SPD says that officers were doing a joint investigation with the Drug Enforcement Administration when they barricaded the man's car. SPD says that man was armed when he got out of the car and started shooting. One officer was injured with a wound to the head. He was treated at the hospital and released.
A man arrested for stabbing and killing a man in Spokane Valley will make his first appearance in court today. The 21-year-old Aaron McAteer will have a pretrial hearing today on second-degree murder charges and unrelated arrest warrants. Investigators learned McAteer is related to the victim. Police say the two men were fighting in a neighborhood near Boone and Court. One man stabbed the other and then took off. The victim died at the hospital.
The three-phase Riverside construction project will begin its final phase this morning. That means Riverside between Stevens west to Wall Street will close today. The project began in June and has closed parts of Riverside for road work ever since. It's expected to wrap up before the end of November.
We're live this morning at the historic Campbell House talking about the Dark History Tour happening this Thursday. They do it once a month, but this one could be the spookiest. It's your chance to learn some of the dark details behind the Campbell House. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, for more information. You can buy tickets at the MAC this Thursday at 5 ahead of Thursday Night Live.
All right, so breaking news this morning. We are just learning about a fatal motorcycle crash that happened yesterday afternoon near Kettle Falls. According to Washington State Patrol, a woman with two young children in the car pulled out of a driveway off of southbound 395 just after 2 o'clock and quickly merged onto the highway. The motorcycle, driven by 59-year-old John Wilson of Colville, was following too closely and ran into the rear end of the car. Wilson was taken to the hospital where he later died.
A Gonzaga student is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after shooting himself early Saturday morning. An email sent by Gonzaga's president says the student suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound in their on-campus apartment and that several people were present. You can find the full story on KXLY.com.
The IRS is reaching out to more than 9 million Americans who may be missing out on COVID-related tax benefits. Eligible taxpayers could receive 5-figure payments, including stimulus money if they qualify. The Internal Revenue Service is focusing on families and individuals who haven't filed a tax return yet for 2021. The IRS is reminding people that they can still file even if they miss the April deadline.
Inflation could have an effect on holiday shopping. According to the Wall Street Journal, small businesses are getting prepared for a more subdued season. Consulting firm AlixPartners says holiday sales this year could rise between 4% and 8%, not nearly as substantial as last year's 16%.
And coming up next on Good Morning America, why some retailers could be doing away with free online returns and what you can do to try to avoid these fees. That's coming up in just a few minutes. We will be back in about 75 seconds with a final check of your forecast with Mark Peterson. That's coming up right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
I met Chris through a phone call. He was talking to me about his landscaping company, and he was looking to get some financing. What I like about Numerica is when it comes to decision making, it's right down the hall, and we're able to meet his needs within a month.
You hear stories every single day of people being mugged or shot.
I've been accosted by homeless people and drug addicts.
It is absolutely not safe.
We're lifelong Democrats.
I have voted for Patty Murray many times.
At least 5 times.
But I just can't do it this time.
We're voting for Tiffany Smiley.
Vote Tiffany Smiley.
Tiffany Smiley is the right person for the job.
She gives me hope.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
The nonstop sirens. This is why you don't vote for Patty Murray. It never used to be like this.
Experience the coolest new adventure with your family and all your Disney friends at Disney on Ice Road Trip Adventures. Playing Spokane Arena October 21st through 23rd. On sale now. For event details, visit DisneyOnIce.com.
A very good morning, everybody. Yeah, there's a little bit of haze out there. It's a cool start, sitting at 39 degrees right now. We are going to see, 49 degrees. We're going to see things back into the low 40s and then warming up to 74 today. That's just the beginning. 73 for tomorrow, 71 on Wednesday, and that could set records for days at 70 or better for October. It will. Today will tie it. But then it's going to get cold. Temperature's going to be into the 50s, overnight lows into the 30s. Rain showers coming in Friday night, and potentially snow into the mountains on Saturday night into Sunday morning.
Like you said a few minutes ago, Robin, we've been so spoiled.
So spoiled. It's been lovely. We'll see you throughout Good Morning America. It starts.